The second half about to get underway with Footscray leading by 7 points, 3-14 to 4 goals won. And umpire Woodhead bouncing to start the second half. Clayton. Thomas, free kick for a push in the back. Keith Thomas, regular state player for South Australia. Up towards centre half forward. Eccleston got a finger to it and tipped it to the back to Ford. And now out wide to Cronin. Half back flank. Cronin to centre wing. Foster. Roos came to spoil. Off hands to Rance. Wide open forward line. Wind. Beautiful pick up here. Oh, not quite. He didn't quite gain control, Petraglia. And could have been holding the ball. Back to Cullen. Back to McGuinness. Now they go forward. And right out wide. The shot for goal by Hanbury again. And he's offline. Well, Matthew Hanbury, in the first half, 12 kicks, 4 hand passes, 4 marks in his first senior game for the season.
Hurt kicks it into half-back member side of the ground, and Graham Osborne takes the mark. He plays on quickly. Long left foot kick over the wing, marked by McIver. McIver plays on. Kicks it to half forward. Out in front, Barwick. Only 2 possessions in the first half. Can he break clear? No, he's caught with the football and penalised.
Brilliant tackle by Baxter.
Showing really his frustrations, Doug Barwick too, Bernie, by having a bit of a swing at Darren Baxter.
Yes, that's what he's been a bit like in the past too, Robbo.
Baxter kicks the ball to the wing area. Royal held when he didn't have the ball. Play on, says the umpire. Clayton falls over. Push in the back. Well, were you in a good position?
Oh, that was terrible. It looked like a free kick to Royal in the first place. It was equally as bad as that one to Clayton.
Clayton to Leon Harris. Kapler on his natural kicking foot, sends in a bomb into the square. Brilliant punch away by Kennedy. Out wide. Kennedy shepherds Darren Baxter. Baxter kicks with the left foot. It's a shocker. Hanbury under pressure. Thumps it over the boundary line. And the Fitzroy player, Doug Barwick.
Best on the ground, Hanbury. He's played a sensational game.
Yes, he's been tremendous, Drew, for a first gamer.
Stevens, number 33. Over the top by Clayton. Forward for Footscray. Purser, who had a brilliant second quarter. He had 7 kicks, 3 marks, 2 hand passes in the second quarter. On he goes to Eccleston. Foster, good mark at full stretch.
Great mark by Foster. Good move by Footscray to have him up there at centre half forward. His kick, it's fluffed by Beasley. Holding the man, umpire Robinson. The free kick will go to Wynn. Feeds the hand pass off to Laurie. Laurie's left foot kick towards the wing. Rendell in front. Kapler takes the crumbs. He can't get the handball cleanly away. Osborne picks it up. Kick towards half forward. Mark. And a good mark by Brian Cordy. Threw the left arm out and tucked it in at half back for the Bulldogs. His long kick to centre half forward. No mark taken. Roos is there for Fitzroy. Gathers well. Kicks it towards centre half back. Peakin. It's over the top. Chance now for the Bulldogs.
Hanbury again. On he goes to Petraglia. Ducks a high tackle. Has a shot for goal. And misses out of bounds to the left. So they show 3:15 on the scoreboard, but it's actually worse than that after that kick out of bounds. Kick into play. Rendell in front, comes to Peakin. Close to the boundary line. Ford marks just inside the line. It's all Footscray, but they haven't really capitalised on the scoreboard. Foster and Laurie this time, and a 15-metre penalty to Grant Laurie.
Laurie handballs over the top to Rendell. Rendell forced now to kick towards centre half forward. No mark taken. Chance now for Tatzaris. He gets the handball away. Royals on the end of it. Handballs and puts McGuinness under pressure. Through comes Clayton. Clayton's quick kick towards centre half forward. Marked by Ford, who's played well in defence for the Bulldogs. Up towards centre half forward. Chance now for Liberatore. Gets past Wynn. Left foot kick towards goal. Is online. A big goal to Footscray. And surely that must give them a bit of a kick because they've put a tremendous effort into the first 5 minutes of the third quarter. And they now lead by 14 points.
And here it is again, a little bit lucky to get away from that. It was only a poor kick from Clayton. Here's Liberatore, picks it up, dodges cleverly, and kicked a beautiful goal from 45 metres out.
Well, now Footscray with the biggest break of the match to date. Purser. Clayton. Ball held to him. A vice-like grip by Tony McGuinness. And the umpire will ball it up again. 4-15 plays 4-1. The most unusual looking score you've ever seen. Harris. Up the centre half forward, or short of that. Oh, a great mark coming over the back. And dragged in by Satsaris. And a 15-metre penalty. Tatsaris to centre half forward. Foster and Roos. Comes to the front. Thornton. Harris. Thornton. Harris. Laurie through the centre circle. Great pass to Barwick.
Barwick, fourth possession at half forward. Long kick off the side of his boot. No mark taken. Under pressure forward for Footscray. Holds it in at centre half back for the Bulldogs. And thwarts a promising Fitzroy attack. Fitzroy trail by 14 points. We're 5 minutes into the third quarter. The ball about 40 metres out from the Lions' goal. Chance for Rendell. A big punch away by Kennedy. Graham Osborne held when he didn't have the ball. Pekin feeds it out to Leon Harris. Forced to kick with the left foot. High. No mark taken. Chance for Thomas. Tatsaris with strength. Now Brian Cordy. Wallace, Kapler for Fitzroy. Left foot kick by Kapler. He's been marked by Kennedy. And Kennedy coolly out of the back pocket finds Royal. Royal with a little bit of space. Draws the player towards him and gets it over the top. But that player's under pressure. Back to Royal. Royal forced to kick now with the left foot up towards the wing. And the mark taken by Murray Rance. Murray Rance on the left foot. Kicks it long into the forward pocket area. And the mark has been taken by Petraglia.
50 metres from goal, right on the boundary line. Can't score from that side of the ground. Beasley and Pert. Beasley trying to give him the slip. He does so now. Good mark. And he finished up metres in front of Gary Pert for his 5th mark.
And that's what he must do, Simon Beasley, because you'll never beat Gary Pert playing shoulder to shoulder.
Still a difficult proposition to goal from this pocket. His distance 40 metres. Across the face for a behind. So it's 1-3 to Simon Beasley. And the scorecard has gone on to 4-16 to 4-1.
Kick in half back, outer side of the ground, favours Gary Pert. Under pressure from Beasley. Did it well, Beasley. Footscray with a chance now to hold possession. Purser.
And Gary Pert's in big trouble behind the play.
Fluff behind there by Ford. Rendell. McIver. Clayton. Clayton out wide. Pekin's run on well. Over to Thomas. Thomas up to full forward. And Kennedy takes the mark. Transfers play. Gary Pert in the hands of the trainers. What a tragedy. I hope it's not his bad knee. Over towards half-back, between half-back and wing. Rendell. McGuinness in front. Teammates on Wednesday night. Opponents this afternoon at the Western Oval. And Gary Pert.
I fear the worst for Pert.
Yes, it's definitely the knee. There's a physiotherapist, Ross Smith, signalling to take him off.
Overrunning the ball. Here's a chance now for Tatsaris. Tackled by McIver. And the umpire decides that he should take control. Gary Pert, perhaps just testing that knee. Making his way towards the interchange bench. Trainer's still nearby. The ball in the hands of the umpire, Umpire Robinson. And one wonders.
He's coming off the ground, Robbo. It'd be foolish to leave him on and risk damaging that knee further.
Well, they signalled for a stretcher and then waved it away. But you get the feeling that every step he's taking there is doing more damage, so I wonder why they don't use the stretcher. Here's Rance. Taps down to our mate Hanbury. Up towards centre half forward or half forward line. Whistle's gone. Fitzroy free kick to be taken by Paul Roos. Well, Fitzroy's task even more difficult now without Gary Pert. In they go to Armstrong. Harris. Bad kick by Harris. Straight to Royal. No 15 against Stevens. And Blakey gets a reprieve. He lasted just 4 minutes at the start of the game before being dragged. Kennedy goes long to centre half forward. Foster and Roos, and chiming in from the side, there was almost a mark, was whipped away by wind. Well gathered Pekin.
Pekin, inboard, Thornton, the chance now. Stevens on the end of it. Rendell, kick underneath. Eccleston, Osborne, kick off the ground into the pocket. Baxter will see it safely over the boundary line for a throw in for the Bulldogs.
Osborne appears to be playing in the full forward area now, Robbo. But they need him to give a big lift to the Fitzroy forward line. Him and Barwick and also Keane have rarely contributed today.
Footscray lead by 15 points as McIver takes it out of the air from the boundary throw-in. According to umpire Robinson, he did attempt to handball the ball on, and a bounce will take place 35 metres out from the Fitzroy goal. Purser down to Liberatore. He can't get the ball clear, and umpire Robinson will bounce again, and perhaps now we might see something positive come out of this passage of play.
Blakey has gone straight into Pert's position at full-back, marking Beasley at the other end of the ground. Stevens wins the tap, goes to the other 33, Royal, who's bumped off it. The umpire will ball it up again and sort out this mess. Rick Kennedy trying to sort out his own mess too.
Gets a little excited, Rick.
Umpire throwing it up down in that half-forward flank. They'll have to pay a free kick in a minute to get the ball out. Stevens gets a hand pass away, but it goes out of bounds. So it's a real jam-up down there in the forward pocket.
12 minutes into the third quarter, Footscray lead by 15 points. 40 plays 25. Thomas for Fitzroy spins out of it. Handball back to McIver. McIver's kick is smothered. It's in front of the goals. Footscray defence under pressure. Liberatore, now a chance for Brian Cordy, taps it to Purser. Purser's handball finds Royal. Royal out wide. Brian Cordy, short kick, marked by Rendell, tries the ball. There's been a dust up behind play, right on the 50-metre line. Wallace is in there for Footscray. Fitzroy player lying prostrate on the ground, Graham Osborne. And there's been a free kick paid down the field, and it looks as though it's going to Footscray. There's still a bit of fisticuffs behind play between Andrew Purser and the Osborne brothers. That's the Osborne, not the Osmond. And Andrew Purser with a bit of a smirk on his face.
They're pretty fiery, the Osborne boys, too. They don't mind a blue, and that may be what Richard needs to get him into the game, because he's done nothing at all today.
Same thing happened in a night game earlier in the season against Carlton, when Richard came in to get retribution for Graham and was reported, landed one of beauty. Here goes Harris, sandwiched, the ball held to him, says the umpire, and there'll be a ball up.
Tackle by the Footscray players, which is typical of the way they've played all day.
And he is a very thin slice of meat in the middle of that sandwich, Leon Harris. He says to the umpire, look at the gap in the teeth.
A little bit of feeling creeping into this game. There's a tackle. Leon's been tackled by the two of the Footscray players.
Gee, they're just charging into these packs now. Taken away by Liberatore. Let's see a bit of football. There's a free kick here. Liberatore from centre wing. Towards half forward. Good climb by Pekin to mark over the top of McGuinness.
Pekin feeds it off to Graham Osborne. Graham Osborne runs through centre half back, kicks it out to the wing. The high flyer Stevens. The crumb gatherer is Armstrong. Armstrong's left foot kick towards the wing. Well gathered by McIver. He can't break clear. He's been held by the leg. And McIver will take the free kick for Fitzroy. Play on. Clayton into the pocket. The mark's been taken by Thomas. Thomas plays on, kicks towards the front of the goals. No mark taken. Kennedy at the back. A wide, wild handball, but he knew Hanbury was there. Hannaberry's handball on. Liberatore out towards the wing. Mark taken by Murray Rance. Rance left foot kick up further forward, and it's been taken by Cronin for the Bulldogs.
Cronin from the wing, up towards half forward. Foster and Roos again. Second bite, Paul Roos, no mark. Pekin to Rendell. Over the wing with his kick. Bad bounce for Osborne. Purser playing a top game in his 100. Poor old hand pass though to Kennedy, and he's grabbed when he didn't have it. Purser comes back and plays like a rover, Andrew Purser. Well done, sensational. And lands it right on the chest of Petraglia at the centre of the ground.
Sensational play by Purser. Petraglia's kick has been marked in the back pocket by Blakey.
Too short there, McGuinness, to be trying to take those overhead marks.
Blakey's short kick to Leon Harris, looking to play on. Over the top finds Rendell. Rendell, left foot kick towards centre half forward. Oh, great interception by Kennedy. Up towards centre half forward, the mark's been taken by Pekin. He's done well for Fitzroy in defence. His handball goes to Harris. Harris in the centre of the ground, kicks towards centre half forward, and unguarded Gary Keane takes the mark for Fitzroy about 55 metres out from goal. Plays on, his kick is smothered. Richard Osborne gathers well, round onto the right foot with pace. Kicks it long. No mark taken. Footscray defence under pressure. Talk to each other. They do now. Kennedy out wide to Hannaberry. Hannaberry over the top. Finds Eccleston and the Bulldogs out of trouble. Liberatore looking to handball, but he decides to kick long towards half forward. Free kick given away. Umpire Woodhead says it's all clear, and Rance takes the mark. Rance to McGuinness. McGuinness in the centre. Forced to kick with the right foot. Up towards full forward. Beasley can't mark. It's at the back of the pack. Foster. They're all falling over. Beasley taps it on. Chance now for the Bulldogs. Petraglia couldn't gather it when it would have been just absolutely perfect for Footscray. Only 25 metres out. Richard Osborne off, Philip Knight on, much to the delight of the Footscray supporters.
On Footscray's forward line. Beasley taps towards goal. Chance here for the Bulldogs, but this will be a baller. In this quarter, Footscray have added 1 goal too, and Fitzroy scoreless, and we've been playing 17 and a half minutes. Beasley, kick smothered, and well played by Laurie, close to the boundary line. Cronin, around Kapler, 45 metres out, and an excellent mark for Paul Roos. Is a free kick in front of this to Beasley.
Beasley or Foster?
Peter Foster is right.
Watching that contest as it happened, it looked as though there might have been a bit of interference, but the umpire showed a bit of courage to give this free kick.
It's Footscray's own ground. Peter Foster from about 8 metres out. And he's missed.
Terrible miss by Peter Foster. He's kicked 1 goal free also. And he kicked that like a backman.
Never seen a scoreline like this. 4-17 to 4-1.
So says the forward.
Yes, I never missed any.
You did play at centre half back for quite a while too. Kick in for Fitzroy towards the outer side of the ground. Kapler marks and plays on. Pace to Byrne. Kicks with the left foot. Favours Thomas. Can he get away from Tatsaris? No, what a superb chase and tackle. Stevens. Chance for Knight. Thomas. Oh, clean bowls McIver. Barwick, well tackled by Baxter. Stevens, Barwick, tackled by Baxter, holding the ball. Play on, says the umpire. Footscray defenders appealing for a free kick, but it was tremendous defence. And at least they've kept it in.
By Baxter, he was absolutely brilliant there. He laid 2 tackles on Barwick. And he hasn't given him any breathing space whatsoever.
Great defence by Footscray. Purser wins another tap. Knight runs onto it, having just replaced Osborne. Puts it out wide. Tucked away by Tatsaris. Wallace just inside the line. Keeps it in. Caught high. Free kick. Against
Ducked a little bit into that one, so he may have been fortunate to be paid the free kick.
Paul Roos was awarded a free kick against him earlier in the game. Surely that was one to Fitzroy. Up towards half-back, mark taken by Purser, best man on the ground. Tremendous performance by the big Footscray player. Into the centre, Fickle bounce over the top. Chance for the Bullies, and they break clear. Foster's a chance. Feeds the handball back to Royal. Royal has a player further afield. McGuinness, good interception by Pekin. Tap on, it's hard against the boundary line. As a matter of fact, it's over. And a boundary throw in, 55, 60 metres around from the Footscray goal. The Bulldogs lead by 16 points.
And really, Fitzroy's teamwork has been completely non-existent today. They've been outplayed all day by the Bulldogs.
Leon Harris of Fitzroy threw that out. Wind along the ground and along the boundary line, and it goes out. And Footscray, who were in the pits after 3 weeks at the start of the season, I reckon there's a fair bit of credit for this to the selection committee there, Mick Malthouse and his boys, and also the way they've played it. They have tackled, they've teamed. The only thing they haven't done is kick straight. Off the ground, mark dropped by Thornton, but he goes back for it. Up towards the centre, punched away from Kapler by Cronin. Oh, high tackle on Ford. He was going to get the free, but they play on quickly to Eccleston. Great play, Footscray. Wide for Foster, and he marks in front of Roos. 5 marks to Peter Foster. Which is no mean performance on Paul Roos, the runner-up in the Brownlow last year.
Well, he's had the better of the duel so far, Foster.
Good play by young Eccleston. Kick towards the front of the square by Foster. No mark taken. It's a goal to Footscray. There's no doubt about that. It's been kicked by
Murray Rance. And really, it looked as if they were doing their best to mess up that one in front of goal too. Footscray. But here's a long kick by Foster. Right up into the teeth of goal. Blakey went for the punch, but there's not enough Fitzroy defenders up there. And Rance had time to fall to the ground, get to his feet again and dribble it through for a goal to Footscray.
Clever kick to bounce it under the man trying to smother. Purser wins in the middle again. To Cullen. On to Wallace. Good pick up Royal. Backs himself and breaks the tackle. Kapler, look out for his pace. Royal up the ground, but ill-directed kick. And defensive mark to Pekin. To Roos. Now through Armstrong. Knight at half-back flank.
Kick in towards centre-half forward. Purser gets the handball out wide to Eccleston. Under pressure, Cooley from Wanrong. He does it well to Royal. Royal's short kick has been smothered by Pekin. Chance now for Fitzroy to come clear. Jimmy Wynn, left foot kick up towards the wing. Over the top, Purser. What a dominant player Andrew Purser's been all day for the Bulldogs.
He's been tremendous, Romo. He's completely eclipsed Rendell. He played a tremendous game on Wednesday night, but he hasn't had a touch today.
Purser's kick towards full forward. Beasley at the back. McGuinness picks up the crumb, shoots for goal. And offline. 18th behind to Footscray. Who would believe it? 5 goals, 18. The Bulldogs, 48. They still lead by 23 points. Fitzroy a miserable 4-1-25.
And McGuinness, that's his 4th behind for the day. He's kicked 1 goal 4.
Kick in by Roos. Purser gets there to spoil Rendell again. It goes to Rendell, who delivers a poor hand pass to Blakey. He'll go for the boundary throw-in. And Fitzroy, who are still scoreless in this quarter, they've had just 5 scoring shots for the game. And we're at the 24-minute mark in the 3rd quarter.
Purser's hand pass is intercepted by Clayton. Goes to Wynn. Wynn to centre-half forward. Baxter at the back. Backing him up, as is usual. Eccleston, the first mistake he's made for the day. The kick goes wide, close to the boundary line, and Baxter, the Footscray defence has been absolutely magnificent. Baxter, Eccleston, Kennedy, Bryant, Cordy, Ford. Tremendous performance by 3, 4, 5 players.
And Barwick off.
Cousins ready to come on. The ball at half forward for Fitzroy. Crash goes Kennedy and gives away a free kick. Silly play, Rick. And the free kick will go to the Fitzroy player gaining his ground now, McIver. And he looks a little groggy.
And Purser coming off the ground after an absolutely dominating role in this game. Up towards centre-half forward. Goes to the back to Osborne, who's just come on to replace Barwick. Offline. It's their first score for the quarter, and we're only seconds from time on.
And that's Richard Osborne's first score for the day. So that indicates just how poorly he has played.
So their state players, Barwick and Osborne, both had time on the bench, and Rendell's had a thrashing.
Yeah, Barwick hasn't got a score against his name either.
Tough to come up on a Saturday after a hard interstate game like that on Wednesday. Not time enough, obviously. 24 possessions to Andrew Purser. Would he be resting him? Or would he...
Well, that could be the only reason, Drew, I think, at this stage, resting him for a big last quarter.
Well, we're nearly into time on in the third quarter. Only, say, 3 or 4, maybe 5 minutes left of this third quarter to go. And then all of the last quarter, and Footscray have victory in their sights. McIver, Graham Osborne, right foot kick into the pocket. Keane pushed off the ball by Kennedy. Kennedy goes back. Kicks long. Out towards half-back. Over the top. Out of bounds on the full. And the free kick will be taken by McIver for Fitzroy.
Kick by McIver, a low zoomer. Oh, what a mark. Low to the ground by Cordy. They've shown some desperation, the back six for Footscray. Up towards centre wing, and Pekin climbs in the air, hovers, and drags down a spectacular mark. Short. Front of the pack, the hand pass goes astray. Socket out of the air by Harris. Inside centre half forward. Baxter, one of his few kicks, but he gave his opponent none. McGuinness. Slipped the hand pass away. Rance, under pressure. Thomas for Fitzroy. Bit quick to Blakey. They're going backwards, Fitzroy. Pekin to Blakey.
Blakey's high kick towards half forward will be marked by one of those back six. It's Michael Ford. Purser on the bench. Having a drink, and he's earned it. Ford's kick towards the wing. No mark taken. It's at the back. Chance for Fitzroy. It can't break clear. Pekin it is on the bottom of the pack. And the umpire will bounce. Brian Royal with a smile on his face. Umpire Robinson, no bouncing, I'll throw it straight up. Rendell, Rance. Rendell gets the tap out. It goes towards the wing. A free kick to Footscray. And it'll be taken out there by Hannaberry. Another young player unearthed by the Bulldogs. Kicks towards centre half forward. In front, it's a tap away by Wynn. Another tap away by Thornton. Petraglia kicks with the right foot up towards full forward. Foster, kick it quickly. He shrugs the tackle. Now he kicks it. It's a goal. Oh, what a great bit of football by Peter Foster. After many years of struggling, gained state selection this year. Didn't quite get the trip to Adelaide. But what a tremendous piece of play.
Look at that. Ducked under Paul Roos's tackle. And as often happens, the kick when you're not steady and when you're having a hurried shot at goal always goes through, whereas you miss the easy ones close to goal. But he's played a top game today, Foster. And I think he'd be especially enjoying this playing against his old club, Fitzroy.
They've actually got a bit straight in this quarter. They've kicked 3 goals for Footscray to 1 behind. Roos straight up the ground. Wobbly old kick, but a lot of distance. Keane to Thomas. 48 metres out. Offline.
Disappointing today, Fitzroy, especially with the significance of this game. Footscray will be level on points if they win today.
There's the siren to end the third quarter. And at three-quarter time, Footscray have doubled Fitzroy's score. 6-18-54. Fitzroy 4-3-27. Goal kickers for Footscray. Foster has 2, 1 each to McGuinness, Rance, Beasley and Liberatore. For the Lions, 2 goals to Brett Stevens and 1 each to Keane and Thomas.